Assalamualaikum and good day, Prof. Haliskina. Today, our group is delighted to present our comprehensive work on the tea-leaf management system. This project encapsulates our collective effort to streamline and enhance various facets of the tea industry. Without further ado, let's dive into the intricate details of our system. Before we dive into the core of our presentation, let me introduce our dedicated group members who have diligently contributed to the success of the project. First, Yong Chuan, Muhammad Shahrul Azwady bin Fauzi, Muhammad Aiman bin Norazli, and myself, Ikmal Nazrin bin Aziz. Each member played a crucial role in bringing this still life management system to fruition. Now, let's navigate through our presentation using the following table of contents. First, introduction and overview of the tea-leaf management system and its significance. Second, use case diagram and activity diagram. Illustration providing insights into system behavior. Third, the most important functionality of system is management theory. We show you its use case specification that consists of add tea-leaf batch, update tea-leaf batch, delete tea-leaf batch, view inventory. And then we show two sequence and collaboration diagram that visualize representation depicting system interaction. And then lastly, class diagram, a structural representation of systems, classes, and their relationship for the home system. First, we want to introduce what our system can do. The leaf management system offers seamless control over critical aspects of the tea industry, with four core functions: manage inventory, quality control and traceability, production planning and scheduling, and supply chain integration. Users can effortlessly add, update, delete, and view vital information, ensuring efficient tea production and distribution.
Okay, let's go to the use case specification. In our project, Clerk and Admin is the main character. Here I will choose one of the use case specification that very important in this project, which is manage inventory. As you can see here, authorized clerk is to manage the inventory that can be add, update, delete, and also view the tea leaf batch. So in the add phase, the clerk click on add. After that, the system will validate the process and display the add page of the tea leaf. The clerk needs to enter the detail like quantity, types, barcode, and expiry date. Then save the information with click the add batch button. The system shall generate the batch ID and prompt successfully added. And we move to the next, which is the update tea leaf batch phase. The clerk choose update tea leaf batch, and the system validate the process. Then the system will display the update batch page. Clerk needs to enter the batch ID to search the tea leaf batch detail to update. Upon the validations, system allows validate modification on quantity, type, barcode, and expiry date. After all the things done, like updating and the confirmation for the update, system prompt the successful updated. And now we go to the delete tea leaf batch. Clerk need to select the delete tea leaf batch, and system will validate the process and also display the delete batch page. So it's the same. Clerk need to provide the batch ID to select a specific batch for deletion. System will request the confirmation and remove the batch after the confirmation successful. And the last one is view the T-leaf batch. Yeah, this is a simple one. The clerk just need to click on view T-leaf batch, and the system will display the list all of the T-leaf batch in the inventory. So this is all of the use case specification.
Hi doctor, my name is Yong Chuan, number matrix is 285091. Now I would like to talk about the use case diagram for T-leaf management system. Basically, we have two main characters, which is clerk and admin. We also have use case mapping based on our main functional requirement. First of all, in this system, clerk is able to register new user, log in, manage inventory, and manage quality control. However, for admin is able to register new user, log in, manage production planning and schedule, and also manage supply chain. Here we can see for register new user use case, we have sub use case, which is the system will receive an error message, receive verification email, and resend verification email. It means when the user, which is clerk and admin, want to register new user will enter their details. If the details enter are wrong, the user will receive error message. If the detail enters successfully, user will receive a verification email. If the user didn't receive, the user can choose to resend the verification email. Here we can see the relationship between register new user use case and the sub use case, which is receive error message and resend verification email, is extend, which is dash line, and the arrow is point at the use case. However, for the relationship between use case and sub use case, which is receive verification email, is include, which is dash line, and the arrow is point at the sub use case. Next, if the user already have an account in the system, user can choose to log in into the system. If the user enter the wrong username and password, user will receive login error message. Besides that, if the user forget their login password, user can choose the forget password option, and the system will lead the user to reset password by display the reset password page. Following that, in the login page, if the user didn't have an account, user can choose the don't have account option, and the system will display the sign up page. For the relationship between login use case and sub use case is extend, so it's all dash line and the arrow is point at the login use case. Next, the main functional option is manage inventory, which is accessible by the clerk only. When the clerk choose option to manage inventory, they have an option to choose to add, update, delete the T-leaf batch, and also view inventory. Proceed with that, for the main functionality option, which is manage quality control, also have sub use case, which is add, update, delete, and also view the quality control record. This means when the clerk chooses to manage quality control in the system, he or she is able to choose which sub-use case to proceed. The next following main functionality option is manage production planning and schedule, which is accessible only by the admin. When the admin chooses the option to manage production planning and schedule, they can choose the sub-use case, which is add, update, delete, and view the production plan. So last but not least, the last main functionality option is manage supply chain, which is only accessible by the system's admin also. This option also have sub-use case, which is add, update, delete, or view the supplier, distributor, or retailer. Admin can choose which use case to proceed. For the relationship between main functionality use case and sub-use case is extend, so it's all dash line and the arrow is point at the use case. The main functional option is manage inventory, which is accessible by the clerk only. When the clerk chooses the option to manage inventory, they have an option to choose, which is add, update, delete the T-leaf batch, and also view the inventory. Also with that, for the main functionality option, which is manage quality control, also have sub-use case, which is add, update, delete, and view the quality control record. This means when the clerk chooses to manage quality control in the system, he or she is able to choose which use case to proceed. The next following main functionality option is Manage Production Planning and Schedule, which is accessible by the admin only. When the admin chooses the option to manage production planning and schedule, they can choose the sub-use case, which is add, update, delete, and view the production plan. Last but not least, the last main functionality option is Manage Supply Chain, which is only accessible by the system admin also. This option also have sub-use case, which is add, update, delete, or view the supplier, distributor, or retailer. This also, the admin can choose which sub-use case to proceed. For the relationship between managed functionalities use case and sub-use case is extend, so it's all dashed line and the arrow is pointed at the use case. Next, I will present about the activity diagram for T-Leaf management system. Basically, the activity diagram is an advanced version of flowchart. Firstly, the system will start off by the system user, which is clerk and admin. They start by access to the system. After that, if the user didn't have an account in the system will display registration page and user need to fill up their full name, identity card number, email, phone number, and password. Next, system will check and having a verification process for the details user fill up. If the verification process is unsuccessful, means there are errors in the details user fill up. The system will display error message to the user, and the user need to repeat the process, start from choosing whether or not user having an account in the system. If the verification process is successful, the system will create an account and save the data into database. Next, system will send a verification email to the user and will end the system. Next, if the user have an account in the T-Leaf management system, they will proceed to choose whether or not they have forget their account password. If user forget their password, the system will display reset the password page. User need to enter their email to receive reset password link. Next, the system will verify the user email. If the verification is successful, the system will send reset password link to the email and end the system. If the verification for user email is not successful, the system will display error message and display the reset password page again to let user enter their email. Next, if the user choose no in the forget password option, the user shall need to fill in the username and password. After that, the system will having a validation process for the user email and password. If the validation process is valid, the system will display manual page and end the system. If the validation process is invalid, the system will display error message and return to the procedure that user need to choose the option whether or not they forget their password.
Hi, my name is Muhamad Aiman bin Norazli. My metric number is 294214. I'm going to present the sequence and collaboration diagram. Sequence diagram visually represent the interactions between different components or objects in a system. So here we have manage inventory panel, manage inventory controller, and inventory info as object in this diagram. And here we can see that the actor for this diagram is a clerk. First, the user, which is the clerk, will select manage inventory button, and manage inventory panel will display manage inventory page. Next, user will have to select manage option, which is add or update or delete T-Leaf batch or view the inventory. Then we go to the next sequence, which is add T-Leaf batch. In this sequence, user select add T-Leaf batch button and the manage inventory panel will display new inventory page. User enters the new inventory details. User also have an option to cancel the action if needed. If the user proceed to add new T-Leaf batch, user will select add batch button. Then manage inventory panel will submit the inventory details to the manage inventory controller. Next, Manage Inventory Controller will verify all details entered by the user. If any problem occurs, it will trigger error 1, which is process invalid. And Manage Inventory panel will reload the page for user to rectify the information. If no problem occurs, Inventory Info will proceed to save the new inventory details and generate new batch ID. After that, Manage Inventory panel will display successful edit message. That's all for sequence diagram. Next, collaboration diagrams. Collaboration diagrams simplify complex system, making it easier to grasp how objects work together to achieve a specific goal. Here we can see that all methods on sequence diagram are also here. In the top left corner, we can see all methods that will be used based on the user action, like select button or entering information. All that method will go to the Manage Inventory panel, where here it will display pages and confirmation message. Then it will loop back into Manage Inventory panel for user input and submit the user input. Manage Inventory Controller will verify all details and prompt message like success or fail message. If no error occur, the flow continues to save, get or delete the data as needed. If any error occur, like error from data entered by the user, then it will go back to the Manage Inventory panel and display unsuccessful message. This collaborative visualization offers a comprehensive overview of the dynamic interactions within the system. That concludes my presentation of the collaboration diagram. Thank you.
Back to my part, I will discuss about class diagram of our system. TLMS controller, this class acts as a main controller of the entire system, managing the overall functionalities and coordinating communication between other classes. TLMS panel. This class likely represents the user interface of the system, where users interact with different functionalities like inventory management, quality control, production planning, and supply chain integration. Manage Inventory Controller. This class handles all inventory-related tasks such as adding new tea leaf records, managing quantities, tracking expiry dates, and generating batch IDs. Manage Quality Controller. This class is responsible for quality control processes, including recording quality information, verifying details, and saving quality control records. Manage Production Plan Controller. The class manages production planning tasks such as creating production plans, specifying quantities, and generating plan IDs. Manage Supply Chain Integration Controller. This class handles interactions with the supply chain, including managing supplier, distributor, or retailer details, communication, and integration of relevant information. The TLMS controller communicates with all other controllers, sending commands and receiving data. The TLMS panel interacts with all controllers to display information and receive user input. Each controller interacts with relevant data classes. Inventory info stores information about the leaf. Quality info stores quality control data for each batch. Production plan info contains data about production plans. Supply chain integration info holds information about suppliers, distributors, and retailers. Each inventory info can record one to many quality info, and each quality info can be recorded by only one inventory info. Each inventory info can planning one to many plan info, whereas each plan info can be planned by only one inventory info. Each inventory info can be supplied by supply chain integration info, whereas each supply chain integration info supply only one inventory info. That's all from us. Thank you.